Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome to another edition of What's in the Bag, Jay? Now, this is the segment where I pick 6 movies from my collection that I haven't watched, write their names down on a piece of paper, throw them in the bag, draw one out at random, and do a short review. Now, last week, all of them basically got voted in. We have Kiss Daddy Goodbye, Cottage Country, Snake Woman's Curse, Sector 7, and Creep. And this week, making its debut, Final Girl. So, I'm going to give the bag a good tussle. Let's see what we can get. It is Kiss Daddy Goodbye. So I'm going to set that movie aside while I set them all side by side, and use my trusty Freddy vs. Jason die and see what we're going to get for next week. A 5. That means all of them come back next week. Snake Woman's Curse, Cottage Country, Final Girl, The Creep, and Sector 7. Right now, I'm going to go watch Kiss Daddy Goodbye and come back with a short review later. Well, I'm back. I just watched Kiss Daddy Goodbye, and here are my thoughts. Now, Kiss Daddy Goodbye is a 1981 film which runs approximately 92 minutes and is written and directed by Patrick Regan. Very interesting. This was his only directorial feature, but he was known for being a second unit director and a assistant director. And a couple of the movies that he worked on are Flubber and The Phantom with Billy Zane. Now, this stars Fabian, and yes, the Fabian from teen heartthrob days, as Deputy Blanchard. He was in Jukebox, Soul Hustler, and The Devil's Eight. This also stars Marilyn Burns as Nora Dennis. Unfortunately, she passed away on August 5th, 2014, at the age of 65. And if Marilyn Burns sounds familiar, it definitely should. Of course, her claim to fame was Sally Hardesty from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But she also made appearances in Eaten Alive, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, The Butcher Boys, and Texas Chainsaw 3D. And finally, John Cedar as Wally Stanton. He passed away on April 14th, 2011 rather, at the age of 80. He was responsible for The Manitou, Messenger of Death, and Foxy Brown. Now, this stars a pair of twins, and I just realized that they have the same name as the director. Coincidence? I think not. The twins in the film are named Beth and Michael, and basically they have telekinetic powers. And their telekinetic powers, they use to play games. If something falls, they pick it up. They empty groceries, just stuff that young kids would do if they had the power of telekinesis. And they live with their father. Apparently their mother had gotten leukemia and passed away years before. And they pretty much stuck to that. You did find out one more thing about her towards the end, but I'm not going to ruin it. Basically, the plot of this film is the twins' father gets killed by some bikers who kind of trespass on their land, and the kids want to make them pay, so they reanimate the father in order to make the bad people pay, as they put it. That's basically the plot in a nutshell. My thoughts: I absolutely love the concept. The concept was really, really good, and as a matter of fact, remaking movies, I've always had this theory that remaking movies that have been very successful, kind of, you're almost asking for failure. If you touch an Exorcist, or a Halloween, or a Friday the 13th, I mean, it's almost a given that you're asking for trouble. Now, remaking a movie like this that nobody's really ever heard of, now that's something different. And I would probably like to remake this, because this had a brilliant premise. Just a really, really lousy execution. Where this movie fails is I don't even know why I'm showing you this. This never happens, this never happens, and that never happened. So it's all pretty much false advertising. I did find one other copy of this film, and it was put out by Sub Rosa Cinema years ago. I don't think it's still in print. And it does have a picture of the actual twins on the front. But like I was saying, I love the premise of this film. I thought it was done extremely well, very well thought out. There are some plot holes, but I think in order to be a horror fan, you kind of have to learn to suspend disbelief. But this had some real potential for some creepy moments. Unfortunately, you're dealing with twins that are, I would say, between 8 and 10. And the one kid that played Michael wasn't a bad actor. He was okay. But the girl was just completely annoying. She stared into space, barely opened her mouth when she talked. It was just, it really got to me, it really did. So, unfortunately, I don't think I can recommend this one. I did like some of it, and I thought, like I said, it had a lot of potential. But, yeah, didn't really do much for me, so. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.